Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Back in Exodus 3:14, God identified Himself to Moses as I am. In the book of John, Jesus uses the same words to describe Himself 7 times. I'm sure we'll eventually get around to all of them, but first I want to focus on John 14:6. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus starts out by saying He is the way. I was surprised to find that God has used the same words in the Old Testament describing the path of people's lives. Before the flood, He said people had corrupted their way. In other words, they chose sin and self over God's path for them. He emphasized that His people should keep the way of the Lord. When Abraham's servant spoke about his mission to find Isaac a wife, he said, "The Lord has prospered my way." In Deuteronomy, Moses reminded the people that for 40 years the Lord their God had gone before them with fire by night and cloud by day to show them the way to go. The way was the path God wanted them to take. When they disobeyed, God would say they turned aside from the way. He repeatedly warned them to keep on the way and not let other gods entice them from the way He wanted them to walk. Joshua reminded the people that obedience to the law of God would make their way prosperous. As for the kings of Israel, they either walked in the way of the Lord or they walked in the way of the house of Ahab or Jeroboam, 2 of the most evil kings. As David said, "As for God, His way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all those who trust in Him." David spoke about the way often. He said God teaches us and guides us in the way. He tells us to commit our way to the Lord and rejoice in it. In Psalm 139, he specifically asked God, as should we, to search me and know my heart, try me and know my thoughts. And if there be any wicked way in me, lead me to the way everlasting. Solomon warns us to choose the way of wisdom and righteousness and life rather than the way of evil and wickedness. So when Jesus comes along in the New Testament and declares He is the way, it's not an entirely new concept. It's just a different way of looking at things. Jesus, as God, doesn't just have the way to God. He doesn't just point us toward God or lead us to God. He is the way. And He's the way, not just one of many ways. There's no other way, He tells us. In Acts, before Christ's followers were called Christians, they called themselves followers of the way. In Acts 22:4, Paul says that he persecuted followers of the way. When he was talking to the governor Felix, he admitted to being a follower of the way. I like to think of Jesus as a path through the woods. If you choose to get off the path, you're exposing yourself to hidden dangers, like poison ivy or even poisonous snakes. Or you may get completely disoriented or lost if you get off the path. The farther you get from the path, the farther you are from Him, because He is the path. But if you stay on the path, no matter how rugged or steep, you know you're going the right way. As Jesus warned in Matthew 7:13 and 14, "Wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go by it. But narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it." Yes, there are lots of ways, but only one way leads to life and to God Himself. Are you on the right way? If not, or if you're not sure, go to Jesus. He'll help you. Have you strayed from the way? Repent, and He will bring you back again. If you have any questions about the way, we'd love to talk to you about it.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.